Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm showing you these 31 secret blocks and items in Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.20. And so we're covering blocks and items such as this chest boat spawner, this lava glass block, and also this update block, and many more as well. And so here are all of these secret blocks and items in a chest. So first go through these secret spawners, then these weird signs, a very secret block over here, some crop block items, a powered comparator, and also the lava glass. And at the end of the video, I'll be showing you how to get these secret blocks and items for yourself in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. But let's start with these 6 spawners. So the first 3 spawners are the falling block spawner, the ice bomb spawner, and the balloon spawner. And so if you don't have Education Edition enabled, then these will just be completely empty spawners. As you can see, there's nothing going on inside of these spawners at all. However, the next 2 spawners are more interesting because you can actually see the entity spinning inside of them. So that is this chest boat spawner over here. Let's take a closer look in spectator mode. It looks something like this. There's a chest boat in here inside of the spawner that spins around if we go back into creative mode. Just like that. And the other monster spawner we have over here is the leash knot spawner. If you don't know what a leash knot is, then watch my video on secret mobs and entities in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Link to it is in the top right of your screen. But again, we can take a look in spectator mode and see the leash knot right here inside of the spawner. And so those are these 5 spawners over here. Sadly, none of them work and spawn in actual entities. However, the 6th one here does, and it is really interesting. It is actually a player spawner. So let's take a look at this spawner. Let's place it down over here, and you'll see that mobs immediately start to spawn in. However, you can see that they are completely invisible. There's a shadow on the ground, but there's nothing to be seen. Also, inside of the spawner, nothing is spinning around, but it most definitely spawns in mobs. Players, actually. And it actually means we can hit the players as well. So let's try that. Let's hit this player mob. You can see it takes damage and gets knocked back. Now you can see them making particles inside of the water. And if you try to kill the players, there we go, they give out the smoke particles of mobs dying. However, they drop nothing. Before we move on to the next secret blocks and items, I want to thank Anders and Zaan for providing me with all of these secret blocks and items. A link to his channel will be in the description down below. Alright, so next we have all of these different signs. These are actually what I call block items. They're pretty much the blocks you place on the ground, but then as an item inside of your inventory. And so if you place these down, like this sign or this dark oak sign, they're pretty much the same as regular signs. However, you don't get the prompt to edit the text on the sign, which you normally get when placing down a regular sign. However, since you can now edit signs as of Minecraft 1.20, if you place down one of the signs with a block item, you can still right click it to edit the text on the sign. So that works perfectly fine, just like that. So now pretty much the only difference is that you don't get the initial text prompt when you place down the signs, and also it always places it down in the same direction if you use the block item, whereas if you use a regular sign item, it always places the sign towards you. And so we have versions of all of the different wood types for these different sign block items. So that's oak, dark oak, birch, jungle, spruce, acacia, warped, crimson, mangrove, bamboo, and cherry. And you can notice that the mangrove, bamboo, and cherry signs actually have a different name. They are called tile.woodtype _ standing _ sign .name. And so for some reason this only happens with the newest signs in the game. Next up we have this block I have in my hands right here. It looks like a dirt block with in green the word update written on it. We can place it down as well, and you can hear that it sounds like stone, but looks like dirt. And it is called tile.reserved6.name. And so this was actually a placeholder block used to replace any fire blocks in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, but it is not used anymore at all, and so just a secret block that resides inside of the Bedrock Edition code. And so I do have a whole lot more secret blocks and items I can show you in future videos. So if you want to see more of these secret blocks and items videos, then please leave a like on this video. If we hit 500 likes, I'll upload a next episode on secret blocks and items in Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.20. Alright, let's now take a look at these different crop items. So there's quite a few of them. So we have right here are crops, also beetroot, netherwort, cocoa, kelp, and this sunflower, which is slightly different. But these first 5 again are those block items. They are items you will normally not be able to get into your inventory, but appear as blocks inside of your Minecraft world. So if we just place down some farmland over here, we can place down the crops. We can also place down the beetroot, just like that, crops and beetroot. They pretty much work exactly the same as seeds and beetroot seeds, but there are different items in our inventory. And a similar thing happens with the netherwarts, like this, and also the cocoa beans, which we can place down just like that. And so here we do see a difference between regular cocoa beans and this block item. We can place the block item pretty much on any block we want, unless we place two next to each other, then they break. And this is definitely not possible if you try to place down cocoa beans on these blocks. That doesn't work. You can only place these on the side of jungle logs, but the block item you can place pretty much anywhere you want. However, that is sadly not the case for these other block items, for the crops, the beetroot, and the nether wart. There's also kelp, which you can place down, and it's pretty much the same as regular kelp. Nothing really special there, except for the animated texture in our inventory. And finally, we also have this sunflower. Now, the sunflower is quite special because if you place it down, you will see that it is invisible. There is pretty much nothing here at all, but you can see a hitbox here for the sunflower. You can break it and see the particles appear. If you break the block below, it also breaks. So this is just pretty much an invisible sunflower. And so before we move on to the lava glass block I showed you at the start of the video, let's take a look at a couple more of those block items, including a powered comparator. So we have the following block items. We have a hopper, a unpowered comparator, a powered comparator, a flower pot, chains, and also tripwire. And so for the hopper, we can just place down as a regular hopper. And so there's pretty much no difference here between a regular hopper and this hopper, except for the texture, which the difference you can see quite clearly over here. And now you can see the difference between all of those different block items and the regular items. So here are regular comparators, here are the block item comparators, the hopper, as we saw before. There's a flower pot here as well, the chain, and also the tripwire, which of course is just the same as string. So as for the flower pot, we can just place that wherever we want, and it's the same as a regular flower pot, no real difference there. Same thing with chains, you can place those down like this with a block item and like this with a regular item, exactly the same. And also for tripwire, we can place that down. There we go. And we can place down string in exactly the same way. So those three work identical to their regular item. However, then we also have the powered and unpowered comparator. So the unpowered comparator is just a regular comparator. Nothing new there. But the powered comparator, as you can see, is powered indefinitely. And so even if you place a hopper behind, which is definitely empty, it still stays powered. Then if we put some items in there and take them back out, then it unpowers the comparator. And so this means it actually works different from the lit redstone lamp. If you haven't seen the lit redstone lamp, I've already made a previous video on secret blocks and items in Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.20. If you want to watch that, the link is in the top right of your screen. Go watch it right after this video. Alright, and finally we've arrived at our lava glass block. What is this all about? You've already seen this here on the board and in the thumbnail, but you might have also spotted it over here. This is lava glass. It's two blocks in the same spot. And so before we try to place this down, let's take a look at the item itself. It looks like that reserved 6 block we saw earlier on in the video, but now a 2D version of it. Again, it's sort of dirt texture with in green the word update exclamation mark on it. Now if you try to place it down over here, what you will see indeed is that we see a glass block with lava inside of it. We can also try to place it down on top of a block, just like this. However, then you won't see any lava appear at all. That is a little strange. Now you can make it a little bit stranger by placing a block next to this glass, like this. Then we can see some lava appearing here inside of the glass block. We can place some more blocks around it. You can see that more lava appears until it's completely encased and looks something like that. It looks quite interesting indeed. And if we do break the block below this lava glass, what you'll see is the lava actually appearing on the bottom texture. So there we go, if you look at it from below, you now see the lava texture on the bottom side. And of course, if we try to walk into this block, yeah, we definitely get set on fire. This is definitely just lava. And if you try to break this glass block, you will just break straight through it. So you can't break it by punching it, you just have to break it by placing a block inside of it and then removing that block again. That is how to get rid of the lava glass. Now if you want to get your hands on the secret blocks and items yourself, then just go over to Anders & Zaan's channel, linked in the description down below. Go to his about page and download the MC structure file for all the secret blocks and items in Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.20 and import that file into a structure block. Then just load it and there we go, you get yourself all of those secret blocks and items in Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.20. And so if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe.